We all have this hidden script, a financial blueprint that pretty much controls how we think and feel about money. But what if you could just rewrite it? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to explore. We're unlocking 5 powerful wealth files from our source material that could completely change your financial life.
So, first things first, you've got to realize this. Money isn't some spectator sport. It's a game. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, you're already on the field. You're playing. And that, right there, is the entire point. The real question isn't if you're in the game, it's how you're playing it. Because that how, your mindset, is the one thing that separates just scraping by from building real, lasting wealth.
Okay, so that brings us to our very first wealth file. And this one's a game changer. It's all about the huge difference between playing financial offense versus playing financial defense.
Just look at the contrast here. It's night and day. On one side, you have the rich mindset. They play to win. Their whole goal is creating massive wealth, total abundance. But then you look at the other side, the poor or middle-class mindset. They're often playing not to lose. See the difference? Their primary focus is on survival, on security. It's all about just paying the bills. And the crazy thing is, when your main goal is just to have enough to pay the bills, well, that's exactly what you get. Just enough, and not a penny more.
So, how does this actually show up in your day-to-day life? Well, let's look at something super simple, something we all do, that says a ton about our money mindset: ordering dinner at a restaurant.
I love this example because it is so true. Think about it. Someone with a wealthy mindset looks at the menu and orders exactly what they want to eat. Price isn't the first thing they look at. But someone who's just aiming for comfortable, their eyes go straight to the right side of the menu, to the prices. Their choice is driven by cost, not by what they actually desire. You know the feeling. They see that dreaded market price next to an item and they just freeze up. And look, this isn't about being wasteful. It's about whether your choices come from a place of freedom and abundance or from a place of fear and scarcity.
All right, let's move on to our second wealth file. And this one is about something we've probably all said at some point. I want to be rich. But here's the thing, just wanting it's pretty much useless. To actually create wealth, you need a way deeper level of intention. The biggest reason most people don't get what they want is because deep down they don't really know what they want. Their subconscious is sending out all these mixed messages. It's like one part of you is shouting, yeah, I want to be rich, but another little voice in the back of your head is whispering, but what if I lose it all? Or that sounds like way too much work. The universe, or your subconscious, it just gets confused by all these mixed signals and ends up delivering, well, nothing.
So this is where we get to the 3 levels of wanting. Level 1 is, I want to be rich. That's basically just wishful thinking, right? It's like hoping a winning lottery ticket just falls out of the sky. Level 2 is, I choose to be rich. Okay, that's better. That's an active decision. You're saying, I'm picking this path over other paths. But the real magic? That's level 3. I commit to being rich. Commitment, that's a whole different animal. That's unreserved devotion. It's what the source calls the warrior's way. It means you're willing to do whatever it takes. Failure is simply not on the table.
And this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. It's a real, practical truth. I love this quote from the explorer W.H. Murray. The moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. What he's saying is, the second you are all in, the universe just seems to conspire to help you. People show up. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. Things just start clicking into place in ways you couldn't have planned. But none of it happens until you take that first step. You have to fully commit.
All right, on to wealth file number 3. This one's pretty simple, but incredibly powerful. The size of your thinking is directly connected to the size of your wallet.
This is what our source calls the law of income. And it basically says this: you get paid in direct proportion to the value you deliver to the marketplace. Simple enough, right? But what is value? Well, it's made up of 4 things: supply, demand, quality, and the one that most people totally forget, quantity. In other words, how many people does your value actually touch? And this chart just lays it out perfectly. It's all about scale. Look, you could have the absolute best idea in the entire world, but if your business only helps 100 people, you're going to have a pretty modest income. But if that same business helps 10,000 people, now you're talking a good income. And if you can figure out how to help 1 million people or more, that's where massive wealth is created. The source tells this great story about how the author started his fitness store business with the goal of opening 100 stores nationwide. At the same time, another person in the same business was just focused on their one single store.
The scale of their thinking was totally different right from the very beginning.
So please, don't think this is about having a huge ego. It's not. It's about what Marianne Williamson so beautifully said, "Your playing small does not serve the world." We are all meant to shine. Hiding your talents and playing small doesn't help anyone. You almost have a responsibility to share your gifts with as many people as you possibly can. It's time to play big.
Okay, so you're thinking big. What's next? Well, that leads us right into file number 4. You have to act. See, the wealthy take action, while so many others get stuck in what our source calls analysis paralysis. They're always ready, aim, 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 but they never, ever fire.
And it really just boils down to your default perspective. It's like your mental wiring. People with a rich mindset are programmed to see opportunities. They see the potential for growth. Their automatic question is, okay, how do we make this work? But people with a poor mindset are wired to see obstacles. They see the potential for loss. Their gut reaction is, oh, that'll never work.
The mantra for this file is ready, fire, aim. Not ready, aim, fire. You act first and you correct your course along the way. You don't need to have every single step figured out before you start. There's this fantastic story in the source material about this. The author had this dream of opening a dessert place, but instead of writing a 100-page business plan, you know what he did? He got a job as a busboy at a pie shop. His goal was just to get in the corridor of the business. And while he was in that corridor, he stumbled upon a completely different opportunity, exercise equipment, that ended up making him his first million. See? The pie shop wasn't the final destination. It was just the doorway. Taking action, any action, is what opens the doors.
And that brings us to our 5th and final wealth file. And honestly, this one might be the most liberating of them all. This is all about breaking free from scarcity thinking and learning to reject false choices.
So scarcity thinking traps you in this either-or world. You're told you can have a successful career or a close family. You can have money or do meaningful work, money or happiness. The abundance mindset, the rich mindset, says that's nonsense. It's not either or, it's both and. You can have a successful career and a close family. You can have money and do meaningful work. Why in the world should you have to choose? Rich people truly believe you can have your cake and eat it too.
And it really all comes down to one simple, life-changing question you need to train your brain to ask. Anytime you're faced with what feels like an either-or decision, just stop and ask yourself, how can I have both? Just asking that question forces your brain to look for creative solutions. It literally shifts you from a mindset of limitation into a universe of possibility.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's put all the pieces together. These 5 files aren't just random tips. When you put them together, they create a whole new philosophy, a powerful blueprint for building wealth.
Number 1. Play to win. Stop playing defense. Aim for massive wealth, not just getting by.
Number 2, commit to wealth. Wishing isn't enough. You have to be all in.
Number 3, think big. Your income is a direct result of your impact. Serve more people, earn more money.
Number 4, act now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's ready, fire, aim. And number 5, choose both. Get rid of either-or thinking. You can have it all, the money and the meaning.
Look, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. Playing small keeps you broke and feeling unfulfilled. But thinking big, really going for it, that's what leads to a life with both money and meaning. The blueprint is right here. The path is laid out. So now, the only question left is, what are you going to choose?